Today is day 23 of designing a spooky island in 30 days using no Nintendo Online. We've had a few days of me being pretty productive, and today is just one of those days where I'm just all over the place. I can't focus on one particular thing, and I have nothing planned. So today is going to be strictly a cleanup day. There might be a little bit of decorating here and there, but I definitely don't have any big builds planned, and I kind of just need to get some random things done around the island to better prep myself to do builds over the next couple of days. I do have a lot of money from my money trees, which is great because I still have this bridge that I need to pay off. So I'm definitely going to go over here. We're paying off the bridge. After this is paid off, I think I want to have one more bridge maybe, but this one is such a crucial bridge. I've been waiting for it to be paid off so that I can finish up my pathing over here. Very excited about this. I did decide to come into Nook's Cranny, and I'm not positive if I have one of these garden faucets yet. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up because I need to go to the llamas at some point and start customizing some things. I forgot that Becky moved out, but there's still no one in this plot. I'm going to leave it open for a few days, see if anyone decides to autofill it. And if they don't, then eventually I'll go to an island, but for right now, I don't want to waste my Nook miles. Camo Frog is crafting today, and he is making the golden decorative plate. I literally cannot comprehend why I'm getting so many gold DIYs. I've been running through here, and for some reason I've decided to stop in this one little section, do a little bit of decorating. I've talked about this a couple times, but this is just kind of one of those things that I do. I'll just kind of run through, I see an area that I want to work on, and by work on, I don't even mean like finish it. I just kind of run through and I'm like, you know what would look good right there? If I planted a pumpkin. Or, oh, you know, that flower doesn't quite fit. Let me move that. Or maybe I should put a bush in that spot. I can guarantee you it's not the most productive way of designing. And if I want to get this island done, I really think I need to have a better focus on what I'm doing. The positive of doing it this way though is it's pretty low stress. I can kind of just run around and do whatever as I'm getting resources and materials. As opposed to if I do something else, I'm gonna have to get everything in advance, and that's kind of where I'm struggling right now. One thing I am gonna craft a little bit of is the spooky fence. I have some plans of using the spooky fence on the back half of the island. If you saw what we worked on yesterday, I have a spooky area in the back, which is near the campsite, and it's a monochromatic spooky forest type of area. And I think I want to use this spooky fence near the bridge as you're walking across and entering into that spooky forest. I'll probably use it in other places too back there, but I know for sure next to the bridge is the one place I want to use it. I placed a spooky tower, spooky lantern, some pumpkins, stuff like that. And now I'm actually thinking that I'm going to add a path right here that breaks off of the main path and leads to the beach. This may be a bad idea because I don't know if I'm actually going to decorate the beaches. But the good thing about pathing is it takes up room and it makes it just feel fuller and more finished. So like just adding that one path right there, now this area looks done. I really technically don't have to add anything else. I will because it's me, but I don't have to. Since I added that other path, now I feel like this is going to be a good spot to add a path to. Same thing, I'm just breaking off the main path, doing a straight path down to the beach, and it's just filling up this area really nicely without me having to do much work. I only have a couple bushes left, so I'm going to go ahead and grab all of them, and I'm just going to place them random spots around the island where I feel like I could use some bushes. I think I still have some bush starts left in my storage, so I'm not completely out of bushes, but I'm running low. I'll either need to buy some more from Leaf, or I'm going to have to start going to Cap'n Islands again. I've also decided that I'm going to be placing some mushrooms around just in some random spots. I think I'm going to do this, and I'm also going to try to craft a couple mushroom items too. I think having the mushroom stuff will add a little bit more variety, and I just like the way they look dropped. I think they're really cute. Typically, I would put a custom design underneath them to add a little bit more interest, but that is not an option on this island. I mean, it is, because I could make my own custom pattern, but I'm not going to do that. I've decided to come to Harv's Island. I'm going to go talk to the llamas, and I'm going to see which things I can get customized. I picked out a couple different things. especially like the hand cart and the garden faucet. Those are definitely things I want to get customized. The process of customizing things with the llamas is so infuriating to me. Like, I just want to select all of the things that I want to customize and choose how I want to make them. And if I have the money to do it, just let me do it all at once. Why do I have to go in and out of the dialogue over and over? I don't get it. Leaf is selling potatoes and tomatoes, and I kind of want both of them, but I don't have any money and my pockets are full. So I'm not getting them today, and I'm just gonna kind of keep it in the back of my mind. I think that he keeps the same starts throughout the week. If I'm wrong, I'm sure they'll come back, or I can just time travel back to this day unless I go too far forward. And, you know, that's not the worst case scenario. It's fine. But I would like to get some of them. I think that I want to add a pumpkin patch here behind resident services, but I just don't know exactly how big or how I want to do it. And I don't know, it's just not feeling right in this moment. So I'm just gonna leave it, move on to something else, and then eventually I'll come back to it and I'll either take it out or finish it. I time traveled for the first time today. Our bridge is finished. I'm so excited. It looks so good. And now I'm just quickly going to finish up this path. I was just waiting for the bridge to be finished so I could connect it pretty easily. I need to connect it on both sides, and then I need to have the path going out to the right towards the museum too. Okay, so right here is where I'm thinking that I want to put the spooky fence. And already I think this looks so good. It just kind of shifts the mood. Like, as you walk across this bridge, I want it to be pretty apparent that this is not the same vibe that you get from the front of the island. The front of the island, like I've said, is a Halloween town. They're just enjoying their Halloween season. They're decorating. It's all fun. But then when you come to the back of the island, there's some stuff going on. So I really want it to feel different enough from the front, but not so disconnected that it feels weird and it doesn't feel cohesive. I hope that all makes sense. Ooh, I finished up the path going to the right, and then I added this tree and a bush. It's looking so good. I don't know what I'm gonna do in this section between the cliffs leading to the museum. I don't know if I want to do the same staggered dirt path that I did leading to the secret beach, or if I just want to have nothing. I haven't decided yet. I did want to take a quick look at the map and just kind of see where we are. The map is feeling pretty complete to me, if I'm being honest. There's obviously going to be a few more additions, a few more changes, but I think this is a pretty nice map. Now, Isabel did tell me there was a campsite villager today, so let's go in here and see who it is. Okay, and it is Julia. I don't think Julia is the right fit for this island. I think her name is Julia. Now I just panicked that I don't actually know her name. I think that's right. With the beautiful island ordinance turned on, I'm finally getting some more tulips. And my meadow is really coming along. I'm adding some of the flowers up here on the cliff because I want it to feel like this entire area is a meadow. And the flowers have just kind of overgrown everything right here. I like it right here next to resident services. So I'm just gonna let the flowers continue to kind of expand and grow out. I don't know how far I'm gonna let them go, but we're getting there. Honestly, even if this is all of the flowers that I get out of it, I think the feeling comes across. Running through, I've just randomly decided that I'm gonna put a hand cart right here. No idea why this is the area that I decided to put it, but it is. And I'm also gonna add a bird bath. I think I just like the height of the bird bath behind the hand cart. I don't know. It's close to the farm, so I guess maybe it makes sense. I'm not really sure what to do on this cliff right here. I'm assuming I'm just gonna add flowers, bushes, and just call it a day. So I am just adding the trees first, and then later on I'll add everything else. Nooks today has this table, and I don't need this. I guess they call it a desk. I don't need this desk, but I am going to buy it. It looks a little worn down. I can see myself potentially using it. I've officially made the decision that I'm not going to be using any red or yellow hyacinths, and I've basically given up on the orange hyacinths. I'm going to keep the one that I have, and if that one duplicates enough and I decide to use them, then I can. But I'm not going to try to get any more hybrids from these. I'm just ready to get rid of them. I want this space to be cleared up. I really want to just clean everything up now. So I'm going to clean these up, and I'm also going to clean up the roses on all of the cliffs. So red, yellow, any of the flowers except for the white ones, and then the one orange one that I have, I'm just going to trash all of them. I'll probably go sell them at the box so I make a little bit of money from them, but I just need them gone. Now for the roses, I'm getting rid of all of them, even the white ones. I've just made the decision I don't need them. I'm never a fan of roses. They're honestly my least favorite flower in the game, so they have got to go. I'm also collecting mushrooms while I'm doing this, but I'm just gonna go through. I'm doing all of it today. We're getting rid of all of these roses. I'm tired of looking at them. And at that point, the only thing left on the cliffs will be the weeds and the trees. And I may just leave the weeds. I don't mind the overgrown look, so I don't know if it's really necessary to clean them up. As I've been cleaning up the roses, it has been interesting to see the hybrids that have come of this. Like I had a pink rose, and then I also have a purple rose over here. Neither of which I'm gonna use, so I am gonna get rid of them, but I do think it's really cool that they just kind of pop up on their own like that. Now, last but not least, I'm gonna dig up the white hyacinths. And I've decided that white hyacinths are strictly going to be in the back of the island. I don't have too many of them. I can always get more seeds and that's fine, but I'm going to use what I have. I'm going to put them near our spooky forest build. And I feel like that just kind of goes along with the theme of what I've been doing. I think I'm going to have white hyacinths and white mums on the back of the island. And then the front, I'll have the white mums, the yellow cosmos, white tulips, and yellow tulips. I'm always kind of particular about my flowers, my flower placement. I like a lot of them, but I like for them to be purposeful within reason. Like sometimes I like when they're just scattered everywhere and there's no rhyme or reason, but for the most part, I'm very particular and I really do spend a lot of time placing them in exactly the spots that I want them. I decided to time travel one more time. I'm just kind of going around cleaning off the flowers that have overgrown onto the path and just seeing where I stand. I didn't want to go and cover up all the holes, so I just figured time traveling would be easier. It feels so much cleaner. It's so much more refreshing to run through it now. And I feel like I've just kind of set myself up for success for tomorrow, and hopefully I can be productive in creating a build tomorrow. So even though we weren't doing a ton of designing today, I do feel like we did make some progress. I'm happy about what we did. We're in the home stretch at this point, so if you want to see what I end up doing tomorrow, that episode will be on the screen when it's ready.